Hi, this is Dr. Alan White from MassageChairRelief.com, and today we are visiting with Alan Nelson, one of our customers from our, I believe, the Arizona store, right, Alan? Did you buy the chair through the Arizona store?
The Phoenix store.
Nice. So I suspect you're having good weather where you're at right now. We have a little bit colder up here in Utah, but thank you so much for taking time to visit with me today. Now, you purchased the Body Friend Phantom chair. I think it's the Phantom 2 or Phantom S2.
Yeah, it's a Phantom chair, yes.
And so maybe we could begin by just having you tell us a little bit about, the process you went through to arrive at the chair that you got. Like, what was your buying experience like?
The buying experience was it was good, actually excellent. My wife and I initially looked over some massage chairs in the mall, and we never really went to a store that sold them until maybe the last 3 months. And we found chairs in Costco and online. Of course, they're all over the place, but my wife and I really didn't want to invest in a sizable investment like this without talking or physically going to a brick and mortar store and checking it out. So we found the chair we liked, and then did a search on what stores would be available to have that chair. And Massage Chair Relief was the store that came up, and we called Jason, I think it was, in the Phoenix store, and he called us up and gave us some insight in his store and what chairs were there and the likes of that. And so made an appointment there, went to the store in Phoenix, and he provided all the chairs that were in the store, which, by the way, there were more chairs in this store than the other store my wife went to in Tucson. I don't recall the name of it, but having a selection of more chairs was important, and we wanted to experience more than just one chair, and make sure we had the right functions or options in the chair. And my wife was more interested in the looks of it, so we were kind of set on the Phantom. And so we ended up getting the Phantom. That's it in a nutshell, Alan.
That's a nice chair. It's a nice looking chair. It's the Body Friend chairs are made in a factory called Rotai, and outside of Shanghai. I've actually been to that factory, and they make very, very nice chairs, very well built chairs, but also aesthetically appealing chairs. And these Body Friend chairs do have a nice look. I'm kind of looking at them on my other screen while I'm talking to you. They're a good looking chair. Now, when you were the thing that originally began your search for a massage chair, did it have anything to do with symptoms? Like, did you have back pain or neck pain or anything that you were looking to remedy?
I have rheumatoid arthritis, and yeah, I've got it under control right now, but I've had a spurt here and there with pains. As you get older, you have some pains, and we felt maybe having a massage chair might help. And since we've had it, I've used the zero gravity option, and it sure helped a couple of times I've used it. And by the way, I haven't had it. We haven't had it that long, so I haven't had a chance to explore all the functions. But there's many options, automatic options, and manual options that you can play with that I look forward to exploring in the future.
Right. Well, now rheumatoid arthritis. Now, a lot of people get massage chair for osteoarthritis, the degenerative arthritis. I have not actually ever interviewed someone that has rheumatoid arthritis, so I would be curious to know if it is, if at any point in time the chair irritated your rheumatoid arthritis.
Not any more than just normal activity. Because actually, I've got osteoarthritis in my back, my lower back. I injured it one time, and so they tell me I have some osteoarthritis there, and I think that's actually helped. The chair actually helped It certainly felt like it helped with that osteoarthritis. I don't have a real bad rheumatoid arthritis. The medicine I take is kind of got it in submission, if you will, but I can tell when I overdo it, and so far the chair hasn't done that as far as overdoing in my muscles to make them sore.
Well, that's
there
good
is,
to hear.
yeah, there is some deep, sometimes the rollers in the back get a little bit hard, but the manual options, you can play with that setting, and I haven't really set that much on it, on the chair we have, so that's my summary, Alan.
Well, you know, sometimes with chairs that even on the lowest setting is still too intense, we recommend using a throw blanket, you know, just a thin throw blanket, folding it quarter lengthwise in quarters and then draping it over the back of the chair as a pad, an extra pad. So there's a little tip just in case it's even on its lowest setting, it's still too much, but there's a tip for padding anyways.
Yeah, my Jason actually mentioned that, and my wife is smaller than I am, so she does that, and I currently use the same padding, if you will, and I can still feel the rollers go up and down my spine, and
Are you there?
likes that. Yeah.
Sorry, I
So
lost you there. Just go ahead.
Yeah, just up front, I'm using my iPhone connection, so I wasn't sure how the connection would work.
Well, it sounds pretty good, actually. It's clear, and and then the picture. I mean, it pauses from time to time, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to ask you a little bit about your experience with the chair. So, tell me what you like about the chair, and tell me what the pros and cons are in your mind of the chair.
The pros obviously is my wife aesthetically liked the way it looked, and that's certainly a pro. It's got many options, many airbags. I like that because looking at some of the other chairs on the internet, they didn't have as many airbags. I think I could probably elaborate more if I had more experience with it, Alan. But that's my pros. The cons, I got to get used to putting my feet in there because
Yeah.
you sit in there. It's not like sitting in a chair. You kind of got to put your feet in there. That's not really a con, but I can't think of any. You know, there is one con. I wish I'd have gotten maybe some kind of a handle that would hold up the control. So this model had a little bag that you set it in, but you can't really see it. And then I think all the airbags, I'm not airbags, but all the massage chairs have you know, controls that you need to look at while you're doing it. When you got your hands in the airbags, you really can't, you know, grab the thing and see where you're at, you know.
You're kind of trapped.
Yeah, so I think I can make a workaround for that. I can make some kind of a lamp holder or something.
Yeah.
So I can see what's going on with the actual program. The auto programs is what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we call those pedestal remotes, where they sit on a pedestal. And some chairs have them, some chairs don't. I know a lot of chairs used to have them, but people complained because it kind of made them feel like they were in like a Captain Kirk's captaincy chair. And so I guess they came out with these non-pedestal remotes, but I get what you're saying. And it is hard when you've got your hands trapped in there, you know, in the airbags, in the arm airbags. It's tough to sometimes to pull them out to make an adjustment on your remote or to hold the remote in your hand.
yeah, you know what's kind of nice on the auto programs, it shows you where the massage is taking place in the body.
Yeah.
And so that's, you know, that's something that we're not looking at, obviously, because you got your hands in there. And I'll do some kind of workaround to see if we can have like a pedestal that doesn't damage the chair, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I was going to get into the white glove thing, but maybe you got questions later on that.
No, I just wanted to also reiterate what you said earlier about the zero gravity. You really like the zero gravity feature of the chair. And that's in most chairs nowadays, that is a feature, but zero gravity is a great way to take pressure off the low back and kind of evenly distribute your weight. A lot of people love the zero gravity feature.
Yeah, you know, the airbags on your calves, it grabs that, it grabs your shoulders. It kind of stretches you out and then drops your feet to the point where you're stretching, but yet not enough to hurt, right? But
Right.
it sure feels good when you got a lower back, when you overdo your lower back.
Now, had you tried many chairs that did not have the L track? Like your chair has the L track where the rollers go down your back and then under the butt. So you're getting your butt muscles massaged. Did you try chairs with and without the L track, or did you pretty much just kind of limit it to L track chairs?
Yeah, I limited it to L track, and you know, since the chair's been out a while, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, for our money, we were getting the best functionality, which in my opinion was an L track, and then the numerous airbags and the likes of that. So we're very pleased with it so far.
Yeah, the L track's very, very popular, and but I like to ask people if they have an opinion one or the other, and that's why I asked you. The L track typically does not give as strong a stretch as an S track, because the L shape of the track won't allow the chair to flatten out to give you a better stretch. But people seem to love the butt massage more. It means more to them to get that strong butt massage than to get a really strong stretch. So that's why I was asking your opinion on that. Now, tell me a little bit about, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just to elaborate on that, I need to explore more of that L shape, because I don't think I picked the right programs yet that utilize that L track, to be honest.
Well, you'll know because your butt's going to get massaged, and it's for better or for worse, your butt's getting massaged. Now, tell me a little bit about the white glove, your white glove experience. White glove, just for people that may not understand that are watching this video, you know, all of our chairs come with regular curbside delivery where they drop the chair off. You bring it in your home and you set it up yourself. White glove is where it's about a $200 option where we bring the chair into your home, unpack it, set it up, and then let you just all you have to do is sit in the chair and enjoy it. But tell me about your experience.
Yeah, so when we purchased it, I was a little leery about doing the white glove, but because we're so far from Phoenix, and you know, I figured maybe it would be difficult to find somebody to actually deliver it and do the white glove, but there was no problem. I don't know how that worked, but I appreciate your efforts to get all that done, because it surely was seamless, and we just had to coordinate a time for them to deliver it. And once they delivered it, they just brought it all the way in where we needed it. They unpacked it. They would have taken all the packing, but in the email correspondence, you recommended keeping the crate and the likes just in case there was an issue with the chair. But putting it together and all that, they were familiar with how it goes together, so we didn't have any issues with that, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, good. And your story is a positive one. There's sometimes white glove delivery is a crapshoot, because in some places, especially places that are a little bit out of the way and they don't do a lot of massage chair deliveries there, the white glove people have never delivered a chair. They've never assembled a chair before. So sometimes they feel a little, the customer feels like, geez, I could have done this better myself. If I'd had to help to lift the chair, because that's the biggest thing, is lifting the chair into the room you want it to go. It's hard to do that by yourself. Yeah. But anyways, I appreciate your feedback on your white glove delivery experience. I'm glad it was a positive experience.
Yeah, we had the folks that had done one before, maybe not this model, but they knew how to put things together.
Good to hear. Yeah. Now, just in closing, I'd be curious to ask your opinion, or not your opinion, but your, I guess your opinion that you could offer people that are currently looking for a chair. What would be your advice? Maybe not opinion, but your advice for someone that's looking for a new massage chair, based on what you've been? Oh, and another quick question: what, from the time you started looking for a massage chair to the time you bought it, how much time was that? And then, what advice would you give someone that's looking for a chair?
The time was over a year, I think.
Wow.
We were not necessarily just focused on that, but we just wanted to, you know, we wanted to sit in the chair and understand what these chairs were all about, because it's a sizable investment.
Right.
So, you know, my advice is, you know, go ahead and do the research and understand what all the functionality is. And the best advice is to go to a brick and mortar store that has the chairs in there, that somebody can guide you through the different options that the different chairs provide.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I could give.
Yeah, great advice, Alan. Very good. Do you have any other closing comments?
I did find a couple of sites on the internet that they were chair repair people that had opinions on what the best models were and the likes of that. And they didn't really guide me to this, so I'd be cautious about any internet advice you get. I think they're just trying to sell a chair. But when you go to a brick and mortar store, you know, you're talking to somebody, you're putting your hands on something, you're sitting in it, you know what you're going to get. Kind of like when you buy a car. Yeah. And you can drive the car around and before you throw money at it, you know. Over.
Great advice. Great advice. As a matter of fact, I kind of have a little bit of a, it's a, what do you call it? A pet peeve. I have a little bit of a pet peeve about some of those reports that people put out about the top 10 chairs, when it's really just Amazon affiliates selling chairs and making the highest profit. So yeah, I really appreciate that input. That's very good feedback. Well, Alan, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know we had scheduled this on Friday, but my computer, for some reason, the microphone didn't work. So I really appreciate you rescheduling with me and being available this morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, Alan. Thank you.
And your input's been wonderful. Thanks so much. Appreciate that a lot. I'll get this video up on YouTube hopefully later today, and if you can bear to watch yourself on video, it'll be up there for you to look at.
Yeah, I don't like to look at myself.
I feel the same way, and I've got hundreds of videos. I rarely look at them.
My reflection is getting worse every day.
Ditto. I hear you. Well,
right,
thank you so much. Really appreciate your time today. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye-bye now.